Shut up and sit down.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants, and of course I'm your host, Mr. Main Event himself, the often imitated, never duplicated Superstar Tim Vicious, and we are going to go over Raw this week. Was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, before we do need to remind everyone, we are WWE Shop affiliates, so what that means is if you're watching the video, all you gotta do, see that QR code on the screen, scan that, or you can go in the description tab if you're watching this, or if you're listening to this, go in the description tab as well. Click the link, it'll take you to WWE Shop. You make whatever purchase you want, whether it's something really big or something really small, price-wise. It doesn't matter. You make a purchase with whatever you want, and we here at the Vicious Studios receive a small nominal commission. And folks, I'm going off script here. The powers that be, they tend to not like this part being mentioned. They may not like this part being mentioned, but if you have a discount code, whether it's for 5, 10, 15, 50% off, free shipping, free expedited shipping, free 2-day shipping, free overnight shipping, whatever, you could still use it. You do all of that. Just scan the QR code, click the link, do whatever you want to get to there. Just make sure you use our link to make that purchase, and we here receive a small commission to help it make the show better for you. Also, folks, want to remind everyone that we do that Vicious Rants apparel. Go to whatamaneuver.net for some Vicious Rants apparel. We got t-shirts, tanks, much like the one I'm wearing. We got women's tees, long sleeves, toddler tees, and baby onesies. They're a perfect gift for somebody you love, somebody you may hate, or a shirt just to get, so that way you can be like, you know what, I'm going to give that the goodwill. I'm going to let somebody get that, so that way I can hold on to my shirt I've had for 10 plus years that I absolutely love. And folks, if that's your case, I don't blame you. I am very much so the same way. I still have shirts from when I was in high school, and that was well over 20 years ago. So, with that said, now we're going to talk about, well, something a little, really upsetting. It was announced yesterday, as of the day of this recording, that R-Truth, Ron Killings, is no longer employed with WWE. It sucks. I cannot think of one person ever in the history of ever to have anything bad to say about R-Truth. R-Truth is a freaking saint. There is no doubt on that. And it sucks that he is no longer employed. And I know some people are saying, whoa, WWE fans are now realizing what UFC fans realized long ago. TKO doesn't care about blah, 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 blah. All that, they don't care about lifetimers or taking care of others or this, that, and the other type bullshit. Listen, I never once thought that, but here's my case. I thought Truth would be what would be with the company until he chose to go. Not when they said he was going to go. You know, there are just some talent that you look at and you think they are going to be with WWE until the wheels fall off, and they tell them, no, listen, once my contract's done, I'm done. I'm not going to work anywhere else. I'm just hanging them up and I'm going to mosey off into the sunset. I thought Truth was going to be one of those kind of guys. Unfortunately, it's not. You know, cliche and as bad as this sounds, and this is the gospel truth, and I really mean this from the bottom of my cold black heart, I really do hope for nothing but the absolute best with everything Truth, Ron, however he wants to be referred to. I really hope for nothing but the absolute best for him in the future. I'm not saying that as some cliche bullshit type answer that you hear some corporate stooges give. No. I really do mean it. But it sucks. It really does. With that said, I hate the transition going from one like that to another. But now we're going to switch gears and talk about last week now via the SmackDown Rewind and the big highlights from last week's SmackDown. It started out with Bianca coming out to a hometown welcome since they were in Knoxville, Tennessee. If anything, I'm surprised we didn't get some kind of an appearance from Mayor Jacobs. But Bianca came out, her parents were ringside, she gave a hug to mom and dad. I don't blame them for that, that would have been that's a great feel-good moment. And honestly, if I was in WWE and I had that and I was that big of a draw to where I got to open in the hometown segment, dude, I'd do the same thing. I'd have Mama and Papa Vicious ringside. Come on down, give them both great big hugs. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you for always believing in me, even if you really didn't. And, go in there and do my thing. So she's in the ring, hyping up the crowd. What's up, Knoxville? It's great to be home, blah, 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 all that stuff. And then next thing you know, boom, Naomi comes out. Hey, B. Hey, come on. Let's hold. Naomi, hold it. Girl, I want to level with you for a minute. You broke what trust I had with you when you threw my friend through a car. So nah. We ain't doing this. Then Naomi, and I'm paraphrasing all this, mind you. Naomi was pretty much like, alright, well, didn't want to do this out here, but I tried talking to you earlier today. I went to your parents' house. Wait, you what? Yeah, I went to your parents' house. You weren't home. So they weren't either. So I kind of let myself in. You did what now? Yeah, I could let myself in, Had to look around. I saw your old photo album. Looked at it. It's real nice. Naomi, honey, sweetie, I'm in love with you right now. You do anything like that again, and what you did to Jade is going to be considered mercy. After that, Naomi then looked at Bianca and was like, you really may not want to talk to me like that because it'd be a real shame if you and your moms were both in a wheelchair. And then Bianca just, we gonna go and get like that now, are we? And then next thing you know, Jade's music hits, stone cold expression on her face. She comes out, boom, beats the living shit out of Naomi. And then just goes and looks over at Bianca. We good? Yeah, we're good. Alright. Nia Jax music hits to cut the break. We return. Now we got women's triple threat qualifying match from Money in the Bank. Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Nia Jax. Decent match. I thought it was good. Now, Naomi wound up getting the win. 1, 2, 3. So, yeah. Next up, it was R-Truth's last match. Wow. Really a hard pill to swallow right here. That this was R-Truth's last match. It was Truth against JC Mateo, Jeff Cobb. I said this before last week. I'm cool with name changes as long as they make sense, Case in point, Finn Balor. He went from being his birth name, Fergal Devitt, to Finn Balor, which is a lot better than Potato O'Hallahan or some other stereotypical Irish name they could have given him. Kevin Steen went from Kevin Steen to Kevin Owens. I'm cool with a wrestler getting a name change so long as it makes sense. You know? Just don't give me one that's like some generic BS, one that's like, that makes you scratch your head like, why? I'm good with the JC Mateo one because they want to own the IP. And heaven forbid, Cobb winds up getting released for whatever reason. Just make up a random reason. Okay? Then he doesn't have to worry about having to go, well, I can't go by my name because I gave it to them. Oh, fuck. Well, I'll go and make up something now. No, now instead, he gets to go. If he's not with WWE anymore, then he can go and be Jeff Cobb again. That's simple. Anyways, back to the match. Truth versus Mateo. It was a good match. JC wound up getting the win. And Solo is slowly starting to become one of the more funnier characters out there because with the little jugging and jiving and celebrating when JC gets a win and all. Next up we had Los Garza doing a tag match against Javon Evans from NXT and Rey Fenix, and this match right here was meant strictly just to help hype up Worlds Collide, which is coming up this Saturday, which they're going to have Los Garza in a tag match, and they're going to have Javon Evans and Rey Fenix in a fatal 4-way competing for the NXT North American title, which all ego Ethan Page, the NXT North American champion, was ringside doing commentary on with this match. So, Ego. Oh, I have loved Ego for a very, very long time. He's a great wrestler. You know, he's a great wrestler, and I have thoroughly enjoyed Alpha One wrestling. You know, so, but good match, and I would really liked on how the crowd really took to Javon Evans because call a duck and a spade. NXT is developmental. It's like using a baseball analogy. It's like the farm league. It's the farm league team. The Philadelphia Phillies are major league, right? Well, their minor league team is the Reading Phillies. Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown are the major league. NXT is the minor league. I'm not dismissing it and I'm not speaking ill of it. Listen, I have seen great minor league games. I have seen some minor league games that are better than major league games. So I'm not dismissing any way, shape, or form minor league or major league in any way, shape, or form, whether it be wrestling or baseball wise. I'm just saying it is what it is, and I'm using that as a comparison so that way you guys understand. What I'm saying is I see Javon, definitely see him within the next year, maybe two, getting called up onto the main roster. And I say that because the guy is still young. Not like immature young, I mean like age-wise young. They want to let him cut his teeth some more, get some more time under his belt in the company. You know, and if memory best serves, I think you got to be at least 25 to be able to rent a car. And you don't want to have him be forced to be handcuffed, having to go and be forced to be like, hey, can I ride with you? Because he's not legally old enough to rent a car yet. Either way, it was a good match. Los Garza wound up getting the win, 1, 2, 3, so yeah. Next up, we had then the men's Money in the Bank qualifier. We had Jacob Fatu, Carmelo Hayes, and Andrade in this match. Now, Andrade wound up getting the win, but before the match, Damian Priest came out. He cut a promo saying he wants a shot at Jacob Fatu and his title. And then when he left, he had a stare down with Jacob. So we gonna get a throwdown between them two soon enough. And man, oh man, is that gonna be good! I am so gonna be for that. The match, now Jacob also had the match locked and won. He did his moonsault. After that, Solo wound up climbing up. Yeah, do it again. The whole time Jacob's just looking like, what are you doing? Get down. Get down, you idiot. And then Jimmy Uso came out, beat the crap out of Solo, then beat up Jacob, beat up Solo and JC, which threw Jacob off because he's seeing it like, the hell's going on? And then Andrade wound up capitalizing and got the win. So then we got the final segment of the night, which was Cody Rhodes coming out. He hyped up the crowd. Guys, it's great to be here. It's great to be back after WrestleMania. Now, I'm not going to lie. At WrestleMania, I hesitated. And John Cena called me out on that. He said I wouldn't be willing to pull the trigger when it was time to do what needed to be done. And I didn't. John, I'm here to tell you now. When I get my shot again, and I have to pull that, and you are locked dead set in my sights, I am not going to be afraid to pull that trigger again. So, he's calling his mark. He's saying it's just a matter of when. Not if, but when he gets his shot again. Outside of that, he then, let's bring out a surprise for you guys tonight, huh? How about some Yeet? And then brought out his tag partner, Yeet, world champion Jet Uso. They hyped up, then they're hyping up the crowd. Then out comes John Cena. Cena then looks at Cody and Jay. You guys are pathetic. You guys are just wannabes. You want my fame. You want my money. You want my glory, but you're not willing to do the work for it. You are a wannabe. You are a wannabe. You guys couldn't handle the stress of the work I did. Day in and day out. Day after day. Week after week. Month after month. Year after year. The more stress they put on me, the wider my shoulders got. And I did it all without ever once complaining. Without ever once breaking a sweat. Without ever once needing help. You guys couldn't handle that. So, I'm here to ruin you. I'm here to ruin wrestling. I'm here to destroy what you think easy for me to say. I'm here to ruin what you think you can do. And then out comes Logan Paul. He comes out. And my partner here, a YouTuber, is going to help me. And again, keep in mind I'm paraphrasing this stuff, folks. And then next thing you know, talk some back and forth squawking for hyping up the tag match at Money in the Bank. Fight ensues. Cena gets taken out. Logan Paul gets hit with a super kick. Jay hoists him up. Cody then bounces off the ropes. They do a the Cody 3D on him. And yeah, then the show ends. So with that said, now let's get into Raw and get into this week's show. Raw in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It starts out with Pat McAfee calling out Michael Cole on a bet they made with a couple weeks back. And Michael Cole then proceeded to take off his suit jacket, proceeded to take off his tie, take off his shirt, to reveal he's wearing a Pacers jersey. And I give Cole credit where credit's due. He did the entire show in a Pacers jersey. Much credit to you, Cole. And also, nice on you for doing the flex. Dude, for 60, you got some good guns, man. I give you credit where credit's due on that. Just so you know, that Pacers shirt gets a little musky and all. You may not want to wear no more. Might I recommend a Vicious Rants tank top that you can get at whatamaneuver.net. Cheap plug. Moving forward, though, the show then after that, we then get Charles Mansouri Punk coming out, hyping up the crowd, talking about on how, folks, you hear that? It sounds like there's thunder. Sounds like there's thunder. When there's thunder, there's lightning. Folks, we are going to get lightning in a bottle for a third time. because I am going to win Money in the Bank. I am going to cash in, and I am going to become world champion. And Jay, I love you, man. Listen, you're a good guy and I love you. And it's nothing personal, it's just business. Which makes sense, yeah. Yeah. But either way, he then tells that, then ole, out comes Sami Zayn. Sami comes out, looks at him like, whoa, listen. I had my chance. I didn't. Now, this falls on you. You have to make sure you win the Money in the Bank. Because if not, then guys like Seth are going to keep running around thinking they own this place, that they are in charge when we have the power. And just the whole time Sami's doing that, and all I can I'm looking at them, I'm like, wow. So you got the street punk kid who is pretty much like the one that if you looked at him and said, hey, $50, beat that dude up, talking to the ska kid who studied political science for like 6 years. Listen, as a punk rock kid myself, I just thought that was really cool to see. But yeah, that was it. So, with that said then, now let's move on to the first match of the night. Liv Morgan, Ivy Nile, and Monday Night Raw's newest acquisition, the oh so lovely Miss Stephanie Vaquer. Yep. Oh, wait. A heart doctor made me have to start wearing one of these watches that track my heart. Yep. Still good. Heart rate's going good, folks. Whew. Steph is now on Raw, which, folks, if you ever wind up hearing reports of a bald bearded man falling over from coronary issues during a Monday Night Raw, just let it be known, chances are it's because Stephanie Vaquer and Rhea Ripley may have wound up having a one-on-one match at some point in time. That would, yeah, wow. Anyways, let's move forward before I wind up getting Me Too'd and canceled and all. Liv versus Ivy versus Steph. This was a good match, nice fast pace, and this was really very much so a coming out, welcome to Monday Night Raw party type match for Steph. She really shined in this match, and she got a really, really great cheer and pop from the crowd. I thought it was great. Also, kudos to Pat McAfee for filling in for Booker T when she does the Devil's Kiss. The part. Yeah. Good match. I thought it was great. Match came to an end when Steph wound up hitting the SVD onto Ivy for the 1-2-3. Next up we had a tag match. Finn and JD going against the War Raiders. New Day were ringside doing commentary. And the Raiders, very much so hard-hitting, going at it, just beating Finn and JD up like they owed the money. And then at one point they grabbed them, went over like they were getting ready to go and throw them into the New Day. Huh? Gotcha. And then threw them the opposite direction. Woods fell out of his chair. Kofi like, whoa, whoa. And then they got up, started screaming and yelling out, yeah, what the hell is this? What the hell is this crap? Yo, that ain't cool. You don't need to do that. And then ref Jessica Carr got in their face like, whoa. We ain't putting up with this. No. You're out. You're out of here. So, ref, she kicked them both out. And then back, as far as the match went, then after that, Raiders, they were leading. And match came to an end when Ivar, as he was going up to go and do his Doom Salt, Roxanne was out distracting the ref. While Roxanne was playing was over here making the ref look at this. JD went over, boom, sideswiped Ivar, kept him front, made him hit the ring post. Ivar fell down, Finn capitalized, went up, and boom, hit the coup de grace for the 1, the 2, the 3. Your winners, Finn Balor and JD McDonagh. Next up, we had Jey Uso and Sami Zayn going against Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. And let's just take a moment to appreciate the fact that this match really shows another Vinceism gone. 2 guys with the same name in the same match, and 3 of these wrestlers were all wearing the same colored gear. Bron Breakker was wearing black. Bronson Reed was wearing black, and Sami Zayn was wearing black. And keep in mind, I'm talking about black being the primary color of the gear. But you wouldn't have seen that kind of stuff before, like 3 years ago. No. Again, this goes back to another Vinceism done and dead. But good action, really good action. I was actually really surprised on how well Reed and Breakker work together. Not in the can they coexist kind of way, just like, alright, you got 2 guys that are supposed to be 2 massive powerhouses. Are we going to be able to... damn! Damn, this really does mesh well. Okay. Shit, I'm sold. Match ended in a DQ when Seth came out, stomped Jey Uso, so Jey and Sami technically won the match via disqualification. But after that match, they then proceeded to go and do a beatdown on Jey and Sami. Then they were saved by CM Punk, who came out with a chair. Just as Breakker was about to go in, he's like, whoa, wait. Seth stopped, wait. We got him right where we want him. We know where he's going to be later tonight. Let him be for now. And just left it at that. Next up, we had a women's match. Kairi Sane going against Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel, she was leading early on with the power game. Kairi wound up building up a really nice comeback. Wound up getting the win, doing the insane elbow for the 1-2-3. I can, again, much like with R-Truth, I can't think of anyone ever saying anything bad about Kairi Sane. I can't. And I dare challenge anyone too. If you can, by all means, say something to me, because I guarantee, chances are I will probably rip out your jugular with my teeth. Either way, now let's get into the main event match of the night. Uncle Allen, AJ Styles going against El Grande Americano, the greatest luchador to hail from the Gulf of America, versus Clarence Montgomery, Punk the 23rd. Right at the start, Punk and AJ, they go to take out El Grande, and then them two have a nice little square off one-on-one for a bit, and that was actually really nice to see. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing a one-on-one with them two down the road. I hope we do at some point. And, you know, everyone got a chance to shine. El Grande wound up getting his shots in, and he was working good. I really am not liking the fact that everyone keeps saying, "You are Gable." No, he's not. I am not a fan of that chant, because we all know El Grande is not Chad Gable. He's a supporter of El Grande, but he's not El Grande. Because you see, I figured it out. Based on El Grande's height, his muscular build, and the way he performs in the ring, El Grande is none other than Omos. Think about it. He went to Japan, learned a whole new set of moves. He said on an interview that, I'm just sitting waiting. I'm just waiting. No. That was a ploy. That was a trick. We all know when he came back from Japan, Creative went over to him. Triple H went over. "Hey, big man, come here. Listen, we got a new idea for a gimmick for you. We're gonna put a mask on you. We're gonna call you El Grande. We're gonna make you a luchador, okay?" Alright, go on, big man, show him what you're made of. That's what it was, no doubt. But either way, good match. I thought it was nice. Now at one point, Seth and his boys came out. They proceeded to go and do a beatdown on Punk, which then AJ, he then did a crossbody to the outside to clear up everyone because Sami and Jay came out there as well. And then when AJ got back in the ring, he went to go do either a phenomenal, I believe it was a phenomenal forearm. He went to go do it, but El Grande, boom, caught him with the headbutt for the 1, 2, 3. So your winner, and might I add, I forgot to mention, this was a Money in the Bank qualifying match. And it is officially a Money in the Bank El Grande Americano. That's right, folks. The greatest luchador to hail from Gulf of America is in Money in the Bank. Now, after the match, Seth and the boys, they proceeded to do a beatdown on Jay, Sami, and Punk, and the show ended with them 3 standing tall. So, yeah, we're definitely going to get a trios match with all 3 of these at some point down the road. It's just a matter of when, not if. So, with that said, folks, that is it for this week's show. So, much like normal, please do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes when you can, listen to this on audio form, check it out, we are building up that platform. Thank you to contributor to the show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. There are a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, a whole lot of attractive women, and a little bit of nothing. Thank you. Also, folks, like I always tell you, I am Tim Vicious on Twitter, X, however you want to refer to it. Also out there on that Facebook gimmick, Tim Ash. Look for me. Check out the YouTube shorts. Check out Vicious Chats, a bi-weekly interview show. Also, folks, do not forget to check out these cats on the Twitter, DSV_Ivy, MainEvent_net, Sergeant Curry Pants, 3 Count Thursday, DDrar1986. And folks,
Shut up and sit down.
if you love me, great. You hate me, fuck yous.